This is the MMO Show, episode 25, recorded on Friday, January 29th, 2016.
Hey folks, I'm Belgast of the AgroChat podcast. What is our podcast, you ask? Well, the idea is really simple. Get a bunch of friends together, hit record, and see what happens. If that sounds interesting to you, you should totally check us out. We're a proud member of the Gaming and Entertainment Network at tgenetwork.net.
All right, party people.
We're playing as life allows and podcasting about it. It's the MMO Show.
That's not good.
No.
We ready?
All right, ready?
Well, let's get this train of sluts rolling. Welcome back to the MMO Show. Thanks again for not listening to last week's episode. Don't go back. It's episode 25. On the show tonight, we have Jason.
Hello.
We have Brent.
Hi, what's up?
We have Steve. I almost said my own
Okay,
name
we
like
do.
an idiot.
We got him.
Shannon.
Hi.
How's it going?
I have no idea why you guys are in the same camera angle, but I don't care anymore.
It's really cool just looking at Slurms.
It is so bizarre.
I like it. Okay.
Jason and I are in the same house, and we can't figure out how to do that. This is so weird. But that is for our live and YouTube audience. Our audio audience has no understanding of why we're laughing about that. So it's no big deal. We're going to continue on. Perseverance.
What are you drinking tonight, Shannon?
Not enough.
Thank you, Brent.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you so much for understanding. It is the Barefoot Pinot Grigio. That's it.
Sounds tasty.
2014.
Yeah, everything that starts with bare feet tastes great.
I was about to say, does it taste like real feet?
Yeah. Washed in.
Jason, I saw you chugging on a gallon of something.
It's grain alcohol.
I was about to say, did you distill that yourself?
It's water. I'm drinking some Coors Light.
He had some beery beverages earlier.
Yeah. So I'm trying to get my
Yeah.
water on.
You don't need to put Jason in your camera angle, Brent. You are okay.
What?
He has his camera angle's fine. I don't know, for whatever reason, it's just your and Steve's camera angle that's not showing up appropriately. So, but I love how
I
you.
don't know what you're talking about. I see it's everything. So I'm drinking Bud Light.
Yeah.
Woo!
I had some of that at dinner.
I'm going to take a drink of something.
What do you have, sir?
I want to for those
Cheers.
for those in the live will actually see my face when I drink this.
Cheers.
God, you guys look so close together.
You guys so do.
Really good.
You guys look like smooshed together in the same
Best
closest.
pal.
This is awesome.
You guys look like that movie with Matt Damon and Greg Kinnear, where they were like, God, what's the term? You know, two heads, one body.
Siamese twins.
Yeah, Siamese twins. Yeah,
The other word I forgot that makes a big difference.
yeah. Probably shouldn't say that.
I am the Danny DeVito to Brent's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Get to the chopper.
Oh, yeah.
I'd grabbed the third option I have seen in the realm of hard root beer.
Yeah.
It's called Best Damn Root Beer.
I've heard that's awful.
It sucks. It is the fucking worst. I don't know if I'm going to drink any more of it. It is bad.
Yeah, no, I heard that one was really bad. I don't think I've had that one.
It tastes like shit. So anybody that's in the market for hard root
We're
beer,
becoming an alcoholic with root beer. Don't do that.
do not purchase Best Damn Root Beer. Go to Coney Island Root Beer. Go to Not Your Father's. But man, stay away from that stuff. This episode brought to you by Best Damn Root Beer.
Yeah, it's really awkward.
Yeah.
They just happen to be.
Gonna have a really weird conversation on Monday.
Yeah.
Okay, I can work with this.
But on the show tonight, we got what we're drinking. Now let's get into what MMOs we have been spending what free time we have in. I think we'll save Shannon and me's because I think it's the same.
Okay.
Jason.
Yeah, so I've been still plugging away at Old Republic, and I can't remember. Last week, did we talk about me finishing the current story content, or was that after?
I remember you mentioning something about it.
I think I was really close last time.
I think you said you felt like you were really damn close.
Yeah, so I was really close, and I finished it up, and so right now I am waiting for the next chapter. So I think I'm at chapter 10, and like right now it's saying chapter whatever is coming next, 11's coming next. But that game, the last chapter gets really strange, and in a good way. So I've seen some people kind of say that it seems like they lost their budget, and kind of it gets a little bit away from the narrative of and but to me it kind of like it took a breather. So it's kind of taking a step back and letting you develop a base. I won't get into much more spoilers than that, but right now it's kind of like resource management where you can run some missions and increase your influence and possibly story from here. I'm wondering, I don't know if that's actually how it's going to turn out, but the way they present it is like, okay, you can kind of devote yourself to certain areas and go from there.
So that's more intriguing to me than most anything that I've heard so far. Is it like what was that called in WoW? The last expansion?
Draenor. Warlords of Draenor.
No, but what was your base called?
The lonely place, the garrison.
Oh yeah,
I couldn't think of the word.
garrisons.
I mean, is it kind of like along that line?
Somewhat.
Snore, snore.
So it's kind of like, yeah, but I don't think it's not presented as such a key feat. Like that part, it's more of a narrative
Okay.
thing.
Yeah.
It's not like the garrison was presented as housing, and like this is not that. It's a kind of it's
like a hub.
Yes,
It's something that you need for the story to progress.
right. I'm trying not to spoil the story, but it's letting you kind of, okay, there are different options of people that you can kind of get, rally behind, and you can do stuff to make them happy with the way you're going.
Okay.
And like that, so it's not so much as like okay, now you have this here, you can, you like create this whole building here. It's not like that.
Okay.
And the thing that kind of really blew me away was it introduces classic conversations, which are straight up out of Knights of the Old Republic. So like it gets away from the wheel dialogue of SWTOR.
Yeah.
Back to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines of Knights of the Old Republic. And really leans into that.
Is it more vague as to what is the good, gray, and bad areas? Because sometimes in KOTOR, not often, but occasionally in KOTOR, there were these times where like my justification for why I wanted to choose that was a little more like, okay, but like different levels overall is going to be actually good, but I can see where this decision would be viewed as bad at this point. So like I didn't know which one to choose at that point. Like is that
very vague?
Yeah, like do you have those options then where you're like kind of like I don't know what this is going to make them think I'm leaning towards because I know what I'm leaning towards, but
it's too early for me to tell.
Okay. But it's that open-ended where you're not sure.
I don't know.
It doesn't strike you down with a vengeance of system like where you're yeah.
That was a problem I had in like Mass Effect. Well, I mean it's another BioWare game, so similar system, but that was a huge problem I started getting into with Mass Effect is that they would give you the options of dialogue and they never said exactly what you were picking.
Yeah.
And sometimes, and it seemed like depending on which way you were leaning, I would read what they had and go, yeah, I'm going to choose that. And when I choose it, what he says is like totally
different from the attitude that I read it in.
I know
Mass Effect was
bothered me a lot.
awful for me. Like so many times I'm like, oh my I didn't mean it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can say that the companion system with the new content is really, really good. They develop some really interesting characters, and I've been happy with the dialogue choices. Like I've felt with this new stuff, when I make a choice, my intent comes across to them, and I really like where they're going. And part of the big thing of the next chapter coming is I'm most interested in knowing where my story goes with the companions. Like the overarching story is really good, and it picks up nicely with the cliffhanger of where the other one left off. But I like the story, the companion stuff is what I'm really looking forward to.
Cool. Now, refresh my memory. I think I asked this last week, or maybe it was the week before, but the companions, are these new companions, or are they the old companions?
So we're now at a point in the story where they are introducing old companions, and they're naturally weaving themselves back into the story.
Oh, that's cool.
So I ran into my first one, and it was a whole like, oh my god, like, and I had the option of like, hey, how you doing? Like, not really caring. But I played my, like, I thought it was a nice touch, but I played my guy like, hey, fuck, like, it's good, great to see you. And it was well done. And it
Remember
was like,
when we banged?
yeah, no, it wasn't that one.
Yeah,
okay.
no.
And
God,
she
I
didn't
hope I don't
remember.
run into that
Oh, did it hurt your feelings when she
I
didn't
am
remember?
so over that chick that I banged in the initial.
She is
story.
too, apparently.
I am really into this new bitch.
Uh-oh.
But no, it was a nice payoff moment to where it actually, like, it was well written, and it was like it really has me looking forward to meeting the other companions.
Yeah. So it
Well,
wasn't
cool.
like a Leisure Suit Larry moment? with the
No, like all
companions?
built up, no payoff,
Yeah.
like half a nipple. No.
You can hardly see those nipples. Brent?
Well, and just to tag along in that, I actually,
Yeah.
I went ahead and paid for a month of SWTOR
Yes.
because I canceled all like my other subscriptions, and I'm like, I'll give this a month, and so they give you a free like level 60 character,
Mhm.
which I was happy because I really liked my low level smuggler, and I've been playing a Jedi up, and so I made the smuggler the 60. So I started at 60, and just like that weekend, like the story drives it so like well that you're not like it's hard to find a stopping point. Like,
Okay,
it
let me
just-
stop and ask you. Could you play through the original, like the smuggler storyline with that Insta 60?
Well, I mean, I started. I assume with the where you start with the level 60 stuff.
Okay. Okay.
Like it
So
was basically, I started a quest, and it was like full blown. That was what you were doing till you were 65. It felt like.
Okay, so were you going through the smuggler storyline?
I don't think so. I think it was like an overarching like what they're putting all the 60 to 65s through.
Okay, so it was like you were starting right with the new stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, and I asked because I haven't made my Insta 60 yet, and I didn't know if do you have the option of doing the class story, or are you right into the new stuff?
You know, I feel like there was some option somewhere that asked me something that I just didn't care enough to read.
Like, if you do this, you're not going to be able to go back and.
Yeah, something.
I mean, that
it
sounds
feels
like
it, but I'm not sure. So I don't want to like say yes, and then you go, "That son of a bitch!"
Okay.
Can't get
gotcha.
the damn Skype call, and now he's screwing up my characters.
So you are right into the new story stuff. So I'm interested in knowing what are your thoughts?
The story was great. I mean, like I said, I couldn't stop. So like I'm done with the story, like waiting for the next thing. And
So you're where I am with the base and all
yeah,
that.
I met my
Okay.
first companion, and I placed the stuff where he wanted me to. I think I'm assuming they're all right answers. Not to give anything away, but
There's no wrong answer.
I don't think there was a wrong answer with that one.
Yeah, there are variations.
Okay?
What I know, which
'cause
is cool.
Everybody was happy. Is
Yeah.
what I'm saying. And anyway.
I know
And that-
exactly what you're talking about, and I think I guessed right, but I did a quick search after, and it seems like you can do something different.
Okay. Well, and
Which
and
is
now
cool.
I'm at that point where I'm not sure. Like I haven't logged back in really since I got to that point. I did a few quests, But like, I wonder if I'm gonna lose the urge to like play. Like now
Right.
that the story is kind of at that point. But it's back in February, right?
Yeah, it's not far along. So that's the thing. Like I did that with my one story, and I'm going through a class storyline now. But that's the kind of same fear I have. I hope I don't lose the interest because I really like what they're doing.
Yeah.
That just seems like what's surprising to me is that Brent, you paid up money to check this stuff out, and then you blew through the new content that fast.
It took all weekend. I mean, it did take probably 10 to 15 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
I think it's more of a testament to how well done that new stuff is that you want to keep playing.
Yeah. It's not like I mean, I don't want to give anything away, but it's like not only is it just kind of it's like watching a movie almost the whole time.
It's very cinematic.
It's like you were binge watching a video game.
Yeah.
So
it was well worth the I felt like I got a whole expansion for a month of play, which is great for an MMO.
Totally. Like for $15, I have definitely spent way more on a game and not put in as much time.
And I'll get a jetpack. Like how cool is that? So
it's true.
And that's the other thing with SWTOR. I feel like I've gotten lucky. I got all the mounts that I really ever cared about in the game. I got the Tauntaun, and I got the speeder, like from Return of the Jedi speeder thing.
Yeah,
the speeder bikes.
Speeder bikes.
That's the one I ride the
jetpack.
most.
Like that's all I need. All those. I don't need all the other crap.
That's right.
But yeah, so we need to get our guild together and get a spaceship. I bought my first house.
I'm saving up. So we have our guild kind of going again. It's small, but I am saving up to get a vault and get some other stuff.
So what's the deal with the houses prices? Because I was like, oh, well, I'll buy this house, and it was like 250,000, and I was like, that'll be a nice house. And then it was like, there's a house for billions, and there's a house for $4. And I was like, well, I'm going to get the one for $4. That's like a deal.
I don't know a ton. I know that, the more expensive it gets, the more options you have. So like you can have Imperial and Empire go to it. And it's just, like when you buy, for example, I have a house on my Imperial Spy. When I log into my Jedi, I have the option to travel there, but it will give you a message. It's kind of a dangerous travel there. So you have to pay an extra amount to get smuggled there. So I'm assuming like the more expensive, the less restrictions there are.
You probably have to pay a lot to come to my house because I am definitely in the slums or the slums.
Or both.
Whatever.
You're inside of me.
Yes, I am right here. Gotta be watching the video. But yeah, so that was fun stuff.
What'd you think of the housing?
I'm still kind of getting used to it because it's like where I wanted to put stuff. It was like, why can't I put my bed there?
Right.
So I haven't really gotten that far in there besides putting up like a couple banners and a couple like companions.
I got to the point where I expanded fully like the one house I have, and I like once I got the hang of it, I felt it was pretty intuitive, and I have like companions and holograms, and I felt like they did a nice job of over the course of my one character getting to the end of the story content. I had a pretty decent amount of shit to throw out there and decorate with.
So you get a lot of stuff like 1 to 60.
Yeah.
See, and since I went from 60 to 65, like all I had was from that one quest.
It's like a bachelor pad.
Yeah, it's a bunch of metal chairs around. Like I think it's an
fridge.
AA meeting. Is basically what it is.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of chairs and a grimy bed
Like
in the
some
corner.
old coffee and half a thing of ketchup.
Yeah, and Han Solo.
Bunch of futuristic milk cartons that you have stacked up with boards for your TV.
You've been there.
Mhm.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Looking through the window. I saw that. And besides that, I've kind of been trying to get flying in Draenor in WoW, and it's stupid, and I'm pissed, and I hate how they did it, this expansion. So, like, I mean, y'all remember how they kind of did flying in most of the expansions? It was like, get to the end and then pay your 5,000 gold, and you get it, and
Sure.
you move on. Or there was some little quest or whatever. This one, you have to get 3 factions to whatever point, like Revered or whatever, and 2 of them only give, like, quest like once a day. So no
Yeah.
matter what, once you start, it takes like 19 days
Yeah, I
to do
think I
that
remember-
quest every day.
I remember seeing that stuff. I don't think I barely got down that path because I was already kind of back out of the game at that point.
Yeah, so I gave my son 20,000 gold, and I'm trying to push him into it
Yeah.
because it gets it. We're on the same BattleNet account,
Oh, okay.
but different accounts, so we like share pets, mounts, and like that crap. So
Mhm.
it really really helps out some of that stuff. But anyway,
Well, that's cool.
that's about me. That's what.
Cool. Hey, Shannon,
Hey.
have you been able to play Neverwinter at all this week?
Actually our son's 11, so he's young, preteen type of dude. And he was on his first ever weekend plan to go away with his friend for the entire weekend out of state.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
big time.
Yeah, with them for the weekend. Like, it's a family thing for them, but then they let their kids take a friend, which I did when I was younger, and Jason did when he was younger. So it was kind of one of these things, like, we're, like, trying to be, like, cool about it, but it's
Yeah.
it's
Your
little.
nerves are shot.
Mine are. Jason's fine. I mean, the mom she's actually their art teacher at the school. I mean, like, I've talked to her at multiple, like, family parenting events and stuff. She's a wonderful lady. It's nothing I should be concerned about. It's just normal mom paranoia, I guess. I'm trying to overcome.
That's where he's at now.
Yeah, but for this
Yeah.
week, like, trying to kind
It
of
was
talk.
kind of like trying to get him ready.
Yeah,
be
like, talk to us.
responsible.
Have a
There's
few
lot of
nights
parenting.
where we're, like, packing, showing him where stuff is, repeating the things, and then repeating the things.
Yeah.
Like, here's our phone number, and here's our phone number, and here's our phone number.
And then all the YouTube stuff this week, and then like
What?
with Skype tonight. Like you need a bunch of you need more wine, I think.
Me? More? No. No,
Yeah,
no,
it sounds
no.
like you've had a week, is what I'm saying.
He's saying with
Uh,
all the
oh.
technical difficulties that that occurred tonight.
Also, with him being excited, obviously, kids. I mean, anyone who has children, think of, like, the week before Christmas. I mean, or anything exciting where they're counting down the days. Like,
Yeah.
it gets worse and worse and worse. So
My
we're trying
son
to
had a
te-
rough week last week because it was the week before his birthday party. So ugh.
we're trying to, like,
Getting really existential.
Yeah.
Who my son was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he just like, Jesus Christ, I'm getting old, Dad? Like, swilling a beer with you,
Uh-huh.
a root beer with you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, like, focus,
What's it
like,
all about?
I'm trying to focus, like, the conversation on, like, at dinners, like, if this happens, this, if that happens, that, like, but he's just, like, bonkers, like, I get to go!
They offer you a hooker, you say no.
I mean, if they're paying.
Well, no,
But you don't know where the hooker's
We
been.
don't know. He can't afford that.
I don't know. We sent him with enough money to cover certain things, but
Ooh, hookers.
Incidentals.
yeah, but they were obviously covering quite a bit because they invited. But I mean, we sent him with enough to cover as well. So
Right. I mean, when I was a kid, my parents, I never went with any other,
to say I
Kids, but-
did.
but my parents, we actually took a neighbor friend of mine up to Niagara Falls in Canada.
Did he come home?
He,
Wow,
was that
wow.
logging
There should
accident.
not be
wait, did
that.
we?
Why is
Why
there
bring
a
that up?
delay? What are you trying to do to me?
Well, they did name a part of the falls after her, so it's okay. No,
I
I'm
gotta
kidding.
live with it.
She's fine, I think.
That's mean. That's so mean.
But he'll be fine. He's resilient.
He's not. He has a lot of
Oh.
health problems.
Oh.
He's not
He's
resilient at
11.
all. uh,
It'll be okay.
everyone else
it'll be fine.
talk. Everyone else
So
talk
never
now.
winter, right?
So, like, when I was a kid, my parents let me run around the neighborhood with guns, like rifles.
Like real guns?
Oh,
I mean, it was at like a lake kind of thing, so there wasn't like
No,
a bunch of other kids.
When I was a
Uh,
little kid, like it was so much more open and just whatever. Come home for food.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't really live in that world anymore, and it's.
No.
I mean, when I was a kid, it was like come home for lunch, and that's all the instruction you had.
yeah.
And
Uh,
On
and
Tuesday.
then after lunch, it was come home when the lights come on, and that's all the instruction you had. And it was
mine was
okay. You were like
you came
left.
home when your parent leaned out the back door and yelled your name, and then you could hear it like half
What?
a block down.
Yeah.
No, I would
God
travel.
damn, will you get in
I had a
here?
bike and
Yeah.
I would travel.
Huh?
I had a bike, so I would travel.
Oh no, yeah, we would have bikes too, but
Yeah, I couldn't hear anyone yell.
we were supposed to be in close proximity when it was getting later.
Oh,
So
God, when we would like develop like tag rules across 3 blocks. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Or hide and
I
seek
had
across
a-
that big of a
I
distance.
had a strawberry shortcake Swatch watch on my like hooked to my bike handle so that I could figure it
Yeah, you
out
did.
like how to get
Yeah.
home in time.
So we were
One of the
doing like
best-
laser tag and intertech water guns. Do you remember
Yeah.
those motorized water guns?
No.
That's so much fun.
we had one. I remember one summer we had massive, massive trees around my house, and we actually went. Probably 6 or 8 of us went and found trash can lids, and then each stood on one side, like 2 teams of 3 or 4 stood on either side of the alleyway and collected acorns, and then just were winging them at each other like for like all day, like trying to protect ourselves with the trash can lids. It was pretty rad. So many welts.
Really?
Oh yeah, that fucking hurt, man.
Yeah.
Good time.
Boys were mean. Like we used to have tree fort fights, and I still have a scar on my chin where someone threw like a piece of like I don't even know what you'd call it, like paneling, but like
Yeah.
remember when paneling would like you ripped it off and so it had all this like jagged like splinter thing, like they
Yeah.
frisbeed that at me, like, right in
yeah.
the chin.
For a long time, there was a construction site where a group of us went down and did rock fights.
I would
Oh,
I went
there's
into-
some scars there.
One of us finally nailed the other where he had to go get stitches, and that was the end of it.
I went into a construction site once where they were like building the basements into these townhouses, and we would like
Yeah.
it was like a maze because you'd have a basement and then like pretty much like the little path for like all the pipes and stuff to go to the next basement. So like we would do this maze thing through there, but nothing like we didn't hurt each other with whipping
Right.
crap at each other.
And like these are all stories like shit we did when we were kids, and then we grew up, and then we're like, holy shit.
Now my kid's at a
Oh, my
park
God.
where it's all protected
Never let
and
my kid out of the
insurance
house.
About to having
protected,
a
and I'm
rock
like
fight.
freaked out for the whole weekend. Yeah, no. I remember once I drug a stray Doberman mix.
Hobo?
It was a Doberman mix breed dog home, bigger than
I'm really
me.
worried about what you're going to say.
And my what?
It's
Coming
like we
home
just
with
dragged his
pets.
dugout, just fucking killed it.
But I wanted
Yeah.
to keep it, and we were in this townhouse at the time because my mom was, a single mom at the time, and I'm like, I want to keep this dog. She's like, 1, we're not allowed to have dogs. 2, that's bigger than you, and honey, get away from the dog. But yeah, I have a weird soft spot for dogs, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Went over to a friend's house when I was in middle school, and out like just down the road from his house there was a kind of a ditch that like ran off, and then across this field was a elementary school, and we got a couple golf clubs and hit golf balls at the elementary school.
Yeah, oh, I did that too. We broke glasses and we ran.
That's
broke windows.
vandalism.
Gotta run. When
Yeah.
you're kids, you don't think about it.
No.
Oh my
we totally
God.
broke glasses at the elementary school and totally took off.
We were hitting balls, and we were like, well, we're never going to get it all the way over to the school, and then finally heard one hit the building, and
Yep.
we didn't know if it was glass breaking or not, so we ran. So
Yep, totally. Oh, I saw the glass break and we ran.
no, we didn't know if it broke. We don't think it did. But
But you
Yeah.
kind of think it did.
it might have. I don't know.
you might have broken it.
Might have set something on fire. We
Oh, I've
set
said
a
multiple things everything's on fire.
I still remember my mom looking out the back window and seeing the fire we had under our big tree fort. And we're just standing like, I don't even know why. Like, we just had the fire there, and she's like freaking out, like, you're going to burn down this neighborhood. And we're just sitting there like, what? I guess we should find some water to put on the fire because it's like flaking up the trees and shit.
Were you guys, were any of you in Boy Scouts? Were you had any prevention skills?
No.
Nope. I could carve stuff out of soap.
My mom said I had to do it with my stepdad if I did it, so I said I don't want to do it. No Boy Scouts for me.
No.
See, now,
so,
like...
yeah, so your son's going to be fine, Shannon.
I do not feel good about this. Yeah.
It is the people who are watching your kid are probably really nervous and like, we don't want anything to happen. That, you know, they want to bring your kid back home safe, so they're going to be extra careful with your kid.
But I mean, if they're forced to make a choice between their son or their own,
I don't know. I watched The Good Son. She let that bitch go. Wasn't that The Good Son? She dropped.
oh, Shannon's gonna sleep so well tonight.
So what MMO are you playing, Shannon?
The 2 nights that I had to play MMOs, Neverwinter seemed to be under a DDoS attack, so couldn't get in.
Yeah, I was having.
Is that still
issue.
going on with that game?
No, I think.
No, I think it's done.
Did Smedley start playing it? So they said they're going to do that shit.
Smedley! Get off our games! God damn it!
We walked by the office and saw him playing Neverwinter. I'm like,
You just smack him beside the back of the head. Mom slap him. Like, right up here. You know what I mean? Like, just... No! We're doing that now.
What?
I don't know.
What happened?
I said you should mom smack Smedley upside the back of the head and just tell him, no, we're doing that now. But
Maybe.
all right, we got lost. Let's
Yeah,
go.
A
probably.
little bit. But yeah, it seems like there was a disgruntled player that wasn't happy about something.
About the free games that they
chose
got for
to-
free.
Huh?
About the free game that they got for free.
Yeah. I don't know if there was somebody that got banned or if they weren't happy with the direction of the game or what. But anyways, that happened over the course of a few nights. I guess it had happened previously a while back, but I wasn't playing at the time.
I just gotta.
But
I kind of want to know what the issue is because my initial reaction is entitled douchebag, and I
Yeah.
would really like to think I'm wrong, and that maybe there's an injustice there that needs to be looked into. But my initial reaction when I hear someone who does something like that is, you're an entitled douchebag, right?
pretty much. Yeah, there's really no reason to screw up like other people's fun because you were having a bad time.
Unless there's some sort of justified story that I'm totally missing.
I don't know what would justify that.
It's not your game. Just stop
Well,
playing. You know what? They dick you around, don't play. That's what I
like,
do.
my initial reaction is like, so
What?
one kid got pissed and can bring down the game for everyone?
Well, if he's
Yeah.
That sucks.
if he knows how to copy paste those codes, then yeah.
Because that would have been like, you know, in middle school, that would have been like, hey guys, what MMO you want to bring down this weekend? Yeah, get
That's-
some pizza.
Kind of where we're at, yeah.
Well, it sounded like, and I don't know enough about DDoS attacks, so people in chat or listeners could reply and explain it better than I know. But from the way people on the subreddit were talking, is that you can actually just pay a fee to have that done.
You can do that, and then I've heard like there are certain forums, if you're a part of them, you just copy paste the
Like
code and
calling
literally
the wolves type of
Yeah.
thing.
that,
You can
or
do
you can
enough,
just
like-
copy paste it and do it yourself.
Because it's basically you're sending so much traffic to someone that it clogs them up and they can't
Yeah.
handle it.
That's,
And
the
just
whole
the
thing.
basic of it.
So you're
But-
plugging up their whole works where nothing legitimate gets through.
But then there's services like for the company I work for, we use a thing called Cloudflare.
Mhm.
And they're basically DDoS. I won't say proof because then
Oh,
that's just looking
Are
to get
they?
hacked.
Wait.
But basically what they do is they have nodes all over the world of your shit, and so if someone's like DDoSing you at this one thing, they just bring that down and point it to a different one. And so And then as they're doing that, they ban the IPs of these bitches. So it's like, really, they just need to pay money to the right people to do stuff. But in the end, yes, I mean, you can't completely stop it.
You can't completely stop it, but okay.
But I can't believe one kid has the money or the connections that he's pissed for whatever. Like,
So
there's gotta be a kid
pissed.
in Anonymous, like, right? Like
That he's just
his
all
dad's in
over the
Anonymous, he's
world,
like, "Dad,
hitting all these
help me out."
networks. I mean, if
My-
they have the network infrastructure, to do that.
My thing was if you have that enough money to be able to do that, if he was in fact paying this to happen, it's like
Just,
you have all that money. It's like, why are you playing Neverwinter?
It's a free to play MMO. I don't understand. I mean, it's a good free to play MMO, but
Yeah, I'm
I'm
enjoying
playing
myself
it.
with it.
But yeah,
Like pay them. Like, pay them and they'll probably do whatever you want. Like, what happened? You need a character.
I don't know how much this
man.
cost you, but this could have bought you some stuff, pal.
Mhm.
Like, I don't think it's $50 to like DDoS a major MMO. You know, I think it's
Probably a little bit more than that.
I might do it for a weekend for that much. I mean,
A
just,
whole weekend? No.
DDoSendo.com.
so did you move on to anything else, or did you just say fuck it after that?
Me, I've been playing a lot of. I went to bed and was hang. I
Had
did.
enough of this not logging in. I'm going.
PC's not working, and
This is bullshit, just like rubbers.
because we just kind of family piled in, and we're like watching TV, and I played some mobile games, so we'll talk about it later, I guess.
Cool.
Quickly later, I guess. 'Cause-
Yeah. We should probably get on to that. I'll just say that's Neverwinter. The couple nights that I have been able to get on, that's what I've been playing in the MMO realm. Finally got to 20 right before we got on to start the show.
Were you starting at
Wow.
0 or 1?
Yeah, 1. Yeah,
So pretty fast leveling.
4 technically.
4.
Well, because when you come out of the tutorial, you're always 4.
Well, but you go in at 1.
But you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. I still got to go through the tutorial.
Don't be
I
argumentative.
wish there was a way to skip that.
Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah. I mean, once you've gone through it, but on the other hand, like when I've gone through it again, it's cool to like watch that pre-video again. Their movie intro, it's really well done,
That's not really that bad.
and their
But I wish
voice
there was just
acting.
a
I
button
was
could click to watch that movie whenever I want.
yeah,
Skip the tutorial.
and their voice acting in the game for being a free-to-play MMO is actually pretty high quality for considering the fact that it's free-to-play MMO.
It's not bad.
It's not.
But
It's not
just-
like Star Wars: The Old Republic quality.
the amount
or
of times
even-
you have to go talk with or Captain Knox or General Knox, whatever,
Yeah.
and every time you go and initiate a conversation, Protectors Enclave need your help. Every fucking time.
Every time.
I
But
know, Protectors Enclave needs my help.
thank you, sir. It's
But
not
that's it.
it's not up there with the Star Wars: The Old Republic, but it
Okay.
definitely is a very good quality for a free-to-play MMO.
Totally. You know what I wish? Because I want to actually start getting into playing Foundry stuff. I wish you could record your own voice.
You
That
mean
might be
like a
messy.
podcast? We kind of do
No,
that
no,
every
'cause,
week.
like,
As
you can
someone
make
who has
your-
a terrible voice, I don't wish that. But you have a
Yeah.
nice voice, so I
You
can
could be
see-
like, "Are you gonna attack them?"
You need help with the Enclave? Is that what you're talking about? Like,
Yes. Well, because you can make your own. You can make your own missions.
Oh, okay. You mean in the Foundry?
Yeah.
Oh, and they don't let you put in your own audio. You can only
No,
use
it's
the
just
ones
text,
that
I
are in the-
believe.
Oh, you can't even use the game audio? Because see, I can see like, hey, we don't want you to add more bits to the
Sure.
stuff.
Right.
But I would think they'd let you use the audio that was already in the game. But I guess maybe that's too specific.
Yeah, probably. And yeah, text is probably the best way to go. It'd just be nice if there was like a higher level, like paid option. Hey, I'm gonna actually have friends and me record some audio, and like maybe it could go through some approval process.
What do you
that they'd
think
have
the
to
best
listen-
audio? This is coming from a chat room, by the way. For those of you who don't know, when we record our show, we record it live on Twitch, and you can join in and ask us questions, and occasionally we pull from there. But what is your opinion? What's the best voice acting you've ever heard in an MMO?
Hmm.
I'll easily say the Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Yeah, I'm tempted to say that as
But
well.
the Elder Scrolls, they
They had some good shit.
yeah, like I would say equal, right?
Maybe.
It's such a hard thing because it relates to tone so much.
And I can honestly say Guild Wars 2 didn't cut them up.
No.
Like, I definitely noticed going from Star Wars: The Old Republic to Guild Wars 2, like, oh, not that just it just wasn't as good.
I think more with video games. I think more narration. So stuff like Stanley Parable jumps out at me, or Bastion, or something like that. With
But in
voice.
an MMO.
MMO, no, yeah, probably Old Republic.
Or Elder Scrolls.
It's been a long time, but I remember the first 40 levels of Conan was really good. But now
For
I can't
voice?
remember. Yeah, because once you got out of that
The first,
40 levels, they
so-
stopped the voice completely.
Yeah,
You're like,
there
what
was
happened?
there was like a whole huge 20 plus segments of your levels. I'm not sure how many it was.
Maybe it was 20. I don't
was
remember
20.
anything.
But that was completely solo, and you were completely in your own little world, and so that was completely set apart for you, and the whole world changes after that point.
The game was a lie.
I
Were
didn't
you
say
disappointed
that.
with it, Steve?
Huh?
Were you disappointed with it?
Yeah, the first 20 levels were amazing.
Yeah.
I
But once
didn't.
you got out, it was just a mess.
I didn't say that. I just.
Oh, I
That-
know you
that-
didn't. I did.
No, I asked him. He said it.
It was really good, and then the whole game focus kind of shifts.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right. Now into some news.
So we're getting late in the show. Do we want to go over a little bit of news before we hang it up?
You cover whatever you have knowledge of. How about that?
Marvel Heroes launched today,
Marvel Heroes has been out for a long time, sir.
Get the fuck
Marv-
out of here.
but it was
You're so
No,
stupid.
show's
We've had multiple shows about Marvel Heroes. Marvel Heroes has been out for so long. What are you talking about?
but it launched today.
No,
So
Marvel
it's been in beta
Heroes.
for a long time. Is that the?
I don't. What do you
That's
mean
what
it launched
Did they
today?
did they launch a new year version?
Yeah.
What? What?
Are you serious?
Yes. Yes, it
Like,
did.
Marvel
mean-
Heroes 2016.
It did
Yeah.
launch today. Yes.
I think you could see the writing on the wall when they rebranded it as 2015.
They also, but
So they're
they
gonna
had
relaunch every year.
it's
Mhm.
they do,
Yeah.
but a lot
It's
of
worked out for them so far.
they get a new meta data.
Like, we got
thing,
20 more
blah, blah.
users.
Yeah.
Go. So I don't know if y'all have done anything with the Black Desert stuff yet with the character
He's
creator.
done with this already.
that's-
He's
there,
so
what's up?
done with this.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me leapfrog a little bit. But it did launch today, and there's lots of changes to go through. But I would kind of consider it like a major patch, more so than a brand new release of a game, right?
Absolutely. Totally.
Okay. But I don't blame them for doing it because they get a lot of press for doing it.
Expansion. So
I wouldn't even say it's expansion worthy.
oh,
It's a patch. It's a year patch.
It's a
Wow.
big, massive patch.
jeez.
All right, well, go ahead. Talk about
So
Black,
But as-
Desert Online
Black
is updated
Desert
now?
Online.
So the character creator's out, right? You can get it for free. Make
You-
crazy characters.
You can get your character creator for our Black Desert Online, save your profile, and that way when the game goes live sometime in March, as it's scheduled at this moment, no specific date pending, but March is the month that should happen in, that we know of right now.
So, but there's some
You can
a
kinda
couple
save-
cool things with this that kind of excites me. The fact they're doing events like this is how you get people into your game, right? You do these pre-launch events that mean nothing to you. It's not going to cost you really any money,
Yeah.
but get people excited about the game and doing it with the character creator. Now people are going to tweet out their pictures. They're going to show the pictures, but it's a random competition. So everybody needs to do this. It's open till the 6th, I think, of February. I don't know. The links on their website. But you just make a character with a character creator, which is really expansive.
Very in depth.
And then you upload that and a file, and you have a random chance to win a bunch of crazy stuff, from shirts to their gems and other stuff.
I would like encourage you to check out if any of you are fans of Reddit, check out the subreddit for Black Desert Online. People are making pretty much absolute mimics of celebrities. Like, in this game, the character creation is so well done. You can make anyone. You can make yourself. You can make a celebrity. And people are posting them constantly on the subreddit. And at a certain point, the subreddit community is getting a little frustrated because there's actually little conversation happening because everyone's so busy posting all their character creation. But the character creation, on the other hand, is so well done in some of these circumstances that it's hard to begrudge them their spotlight, because they're really nailing it when they really focus on, like, hey, does this look like so and so? And it really does. Like, it's kind of amazing. It's a really great character creation system. I would encourage you, if you are planning on playing Black Desert Online, to download whatever you need to download for their character creation, save your profile, and get your character created as you want it before the game launches, so that you can just load that profile in, so that you're not spending 2 to 3 hours of your head start making a character when you could have done it now. Especially if you're going to pay for a head start, because it's not cheap in Black Desert Online. It's $30 for 1 day, $50 for 2 days, and $100 for 4-day head start for a pay-to-play game. No sub game. So for you, if you want the full 4-day head start, it's $100.
$25 a day. That's weird. So are y'all planning to play it?
I am gonna play it. A group of us are actually gonna plan on playing that game, but I am not gonna do $100 head start for it.
Well, I'm not either.
Hell no.
I mean, at that point, it's like, I'm just probably not going to pay anything. Like, what's 1 day over 4 days? Like, might as well just start when it's free.
Well, it's not ever free.
Oh, is it not?
No, it's a buy-to-play game. $30.
Okay.
At this point, what we know of is $30 is the minimum. It maybe the price will change after launch, but pre-launch, the cheapest at this point is $29.99. So.
But it's not a monthly.
No, that's it. That's
a
one time.
So I assume it's like
and there's a lot of bonuses for buying that, so my assumption is there must be a decrease once launch hits.
Huh. Well, I made a berserker. I'm ready.
Yes.
He almost looks like Dave Navarro from Jane's Addiction. It's kind of weird. So I moved it away from that.
You don't like that?
Well, I didn't want it to look like Dave Navarro.
Why not? What do you got against Dave Navarro?
Dave Navarro. I mean, it'd be funny if we made like a band and like ran around as a band.
All of us are just like a band.
You had like Jane's Addiction, and that could be like
I would be garbage. I would be garbage.
We could all be thieves and then just run around saying that we got caught stealing.
They're sucky thieves.
That's true. This shitty thief.
Where did Jason go?
I don't know.
He's done.
He's already
done.
And left.
We're getting a little late.
I think we should cut this off.
Okay. But no, I do plan on playing Black Desert Online with a bunch of friends, and we'll see how it goes. I'm not. It's one of those things. I can't say with any MMO I'm gonna marry it anymore, right? Like, can't I just date and like see where it goes? And everyone always says like, "Well, you said." It's like, you know what? I wanted to ask it out, but she ended up being a bitch, so I didn't want to date her anymore.
Are we talking about Hero Song now? I think we should, because we talked about that last week.
We forgot to talk about that. That's a major. What? Okay, can someone look up really quick what the actual quote was?
Oh, there was a quote?
Someone asked, what happens to those of us
Oh, he said, "Yeah, you're fucked." Basically, he
Pretty
said,
much.
"Yeah."
Okay,
sorry.
so for those of the show, we're in the know, but for those of us who are not in the show and are not in the know, the Kickstarter for Hero Song has been taken down. That's the pixely type of isometric game we were talking about last week, our last episode, and we were mildly excited. We were curious about it, I guess I would
Jason
say.
wasn't.
No. We're curious is the best I can say. Kind of just we'll see where this goes type of mentality on the whole thing. Well, they took down the Kickstarter. Turns out Smedley was able to get complete funding from somewhere else. So he doesn't need Kickstarter. And so he took it down from Kickstarter. Fine. From a bean counting aspect, makes perfect sense. And when he was asked by the people who were funding him through Kickstarter, basically, they said, "What happens to our pledges and our rewards for our pledges that we gave you?" Like, keep in mind, they weren't charged, but they had
Right.
put in an offer in good faith of support for this product because they believed in this product. And it was basically like, yeah, you're SOL. I don't need you anymore. So
Yeah, you're not getting the rewards.
Well, and I think there's something else going on because to me, it's like,
that's harsh.
why did you ask for so much money? Because all you had to do was ask for whatever you thought you would get. And then it's just another mechanism for people to buy your game.
It's a hype.
Like, all it is it's another marketing platform. But to throw it up there like this, then ask for too much, and maybe they thought that was easy money, and then got screwed. I mean, that could be a possibility.
I think it's really mean.
Did it
I
not
can't-
seem like they were going to hit their goal?
I can't think of any good reason. It just seems mean to like put it out there to people who believed in you, and then tell them, and then just basically, it kind of seems to me like they said, "Well, we don't need you anymore." When your original plea was, "We need you."
Yeah, I mean, they did put out a statement that basically said, after looking at the funding levels, and the reality that they aren't going to reach the funding goals, they decided to pull it. Basically.
Okay, yeah, because I think that's.
But they had all the funding they needed outside. It seemed like.
And then they thanked everybody.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah. So
Well, they thanked everybody.
Because my thing is that why would you not, if you think that you could hit the goal, why would you not let the Kickstarter go and take that as extra income to put into the game? There's no reason for them to not take the Kickstarter money unless they really think that they weren't going to hit it.
Oh, well, we
'Cause if
kind of
they
talked
don't
about
hit it, because then it's bad PR.
We kind of talked about last week. It didn't seem like they're going to hit the goal.
Okay.
And maybe they screwed up. They did change their tiers, and maybe they did it wrong, and people were getting like stuff that was going to basically.
Jason was saying
Kill
like they first launched their tiers at $25, but then they came out with a new tier at $15, and the mistake was a lot of people who originally were for the $25 backed out and went for the $15. So it ended up costing them money instead of increasing their money.
Mm.
Do you have any details on that, Jay? You're the one that told me about that.
I'm sorry, I
Nope.
had to take a phone call from her son.
Oh,
So I kind of came back in the middle
Sorry.
of the conversation.
He didn't want to talk to you, Shannon.
yeah.
Oh, it's not fun.
Can I call him?
No, he's fine.
Oh.
He did say to tell you, that he's fine.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah? Is this how we're ending the show?
Oh, but Hero Song, it's like a real piece of crap.
Did you took your pledge down from Kickstarter before they could?
Oh God, I know. I as soon as I watched that video, I was a minute in that video. I'm like, no.
I'm surprised you didn't tweet him and be like, "I didn't pledge your shitty game anyway. But good
Yeah.
luck. Hope you make it."
The fuck out of here.
It's not a shitty game. It's just not one we want to play.
We don't know yet. It could be a shitty game. I mean, we don't know. It's not
All
out, right?
Okay, yeah, that's true. It's not a game that looks like we want to play
It
it.
could be right in
at
the middle of that
this
Venn diagram of shitty game that we don't want to play.
Yeah.
It's shitty game that no one wants to play, and the shitty game that only Smedley wants to play. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a weird
No,
diagram.
he's just
Hey,
making a game for
the
himself.
good
I
thing
think
is
Brent
he's gonna
figured
be
it
able to
out.
make the game that he wants to play.
And it's got his vision.
I just
I'm
don't.
sure there are dozens of people who want to play that.
I think the
I
funny thing is it's going to be the best game like of the year when it comes
Right,
out.
and
We'll
you
be
guys are gonna be
"Son
like,
of a bitch."
you guys are all
I'll
gonna be
play it.
like addicted to it and like, let's make a podcast just about this game.
Yeah, see,
I'll make bumpers for it.
I will eat crow. I don't care. If it's
Yeah.
good, hey, I'll buy it.
You know
Hero
what?
Song podcast.
I'm not proud. I will
If
totally
it's good, they
admit.
can advertise on their podcast.
Yeah.
I will totally admit I am wrong.
If they win Game of the Year, we will buy them a copy of their game.
And bronze it.
All right.
Wait, it's digital. How do you bronze something digital?
I will draw them a new logo.
Can you draw us a logo? You
No,
dick?
I can't draw a logo. But I mean, have you seen their logo?
I was gonna say we don't have a logo, you dick.
Neither do they.
Wait, yeah, we do.
Uh,
Oh, fuck you.
Oh, did you draw the logo?
Yeah,
I like
no,
that.
no, you
we
didn't.
all worked on it. See how you are. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Said like a
Fuck it.
pro.
Put that to bed. Let's log off.
Show is in the can. Thanks for listening to the MMO Show. Questions, comments, feedback, errors, etc. can be sent to email.themmoshow@gmail.com. We invite you to write a review on iTunes, follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and various other social media at The MMO Show, and visit our website at themmoshow.com. I don't know if I'm into this anymore.
Let's just cancel it.
Yeah.
This podcast is part of the Game and Entertainment Network. Visit tgenetwork.net to find the latest episodes from all our shows.